Hi, I'm Kim, and you're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. If you are just discovering that something is going terribly wrong in your life and you suspect that a narcissist has infiltrated your well-being, please visit my channel, Kim Wilson TV, at YouTube. There's almost 600 videos there on the subject. If you're like me, you certainly detected global narcissism was at hand years ago when, well, all the madness started. It's one thing to deal with domestic narcissistic abuse. It's something altogether different when we're dealing with it on such a vast and global scale. And though they claim the scamdemic has ended and we're all safe from the deadly viral threat, it doesn't look that way to me. It looks like it's just shape-shifting. It seems to now be taking on the shape of proxy wars and food shortages and bird flu and the list goes on and on. Don't get caught up in the fear, my friends. Remember, fear is a lack of faith, and there is no reason for your faith to be lacking. As victims, survivors, and thrivers of domestic narcissistic abuse, we, more than anyone else, should be able to see through all the gaslighting, the propaganda, the projection, the madness, the insanity, the chaos. And I certainly hope that you've taken the necessary steps to ensure your family is going to be a little bit safer as things continue to spin out of control. I talked to you guys a while back about the possibility of food shortages and continuing price increases. Well, we've certainly seen continuing price increases and some shortages. Now, I'm going to say, being in Mexico, we've not got out of this completely unscathed. Certainly, there are minor events transpiring. Nothing like what's happening in the Western nations, though. But nonetheless, we have seen price increases. We're seeing a real increase in the value of the Mexican peso, and we are seeing the Canadian American dollars come down, which is certainly causing, some issues in our tourism industry. So overall, I have nothing to complain about. Life here has really been fantastic, and the sun shines 365 days a year. Now, there are so many advantages to living in the tropics, of course. I can grow a garden year-round. I'm not burdened by cold and snow and rain and things like that. So really, overall, life has been pretty good. I have nothing to complain about. And if you are considering a move to Mexico, well, I'm your guy. I'd be happy to give you as much advice as you need on a change like that. Now, with all that said, I still did suspect there was going to be fallout here, and certainly there has been some fallout. Price increases, number one. So years ago, of course, well, anyone who's followed the channel for a while knows that I'm a chronic prepper, so I got right busy with making sure we had food put up. I broke down my prepping into categories, which I want to talk to you guys about. I know for a lot of people, prepping seems a bit challenging, but once broken down into categories of things that I think are going to be extremely important in the event that we ever get another lockdown, or things just become very difficult to find or become so expensive, even if you could afford it, you just won't pay it. I mean, I'm seeing that with some things now, where, yeah, I could buy it, but I think I'll be damned if I'm paying that much for that. So I just don't. And I think a lot of people are thinking that way these days. So I do want to talk to you guys about prepping. If you have been prepping, please leave a comment below. Let me know what stage of prepping you're at. If you've been seeing this as a bit of a hurdle or stumbling block and you don't know where to start, please leave a comment below, because I'd be happy to answer these questions in future videos and help you get off to a good start as far as prepping goes. Now, a lot of preppers, myself included, started prepping 4 years ago, but if you haven't started yet, you're not out of the picture yet. You can get going, you can get caught up, and you can make some major strides very easily, very inexpensively, and I certainly want to help you with that. So don't feel like oh man, you dropped the ball. It's going to be okay, and you can catch up very quickly. If you have put it off to this point, or money is an issue, I assure you, I'm going to be able to give you a lot of great tips and tricks on how you can move ahead and ensure that you have got some provisions for your family in the event that things worsen, and well, they might. Now, in future videos, I'm going to let you know how I break my prepping down into categories, and if you've done the same thing, I'd love to hear your comments on that, because I may have overlooked something, though I have been pretty diligent. I think that brainstorming right now is going to be paramount. I really just wanted to check in and tell you guys I'm thinking about you. We got through domestic narcissistic abuse together, and most certainly we're going to get through this too. I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you're well, and I hope you've been taking the necessary steps to ensure your family's going to be a little bit safer as things move on. And foremost, guys, I hope you're all having a great narc-free day. Love you a lot.